Welcome, fellow travelers. My name is IllPeonYou, owner of the Hidden Dagger Inn. I'm joining Chibi and Vertec at the Golden Feather. Come on in and grab a seat, and let's share some tales of adventure.
Well, for those who may or may not have heard of you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Namely, let's start at the beginning. Where in the world did you get the name, and how so?
All right. I get this question a lot. I'll pee on you. We're going to go way back into the future, back into the past, okay? I'm an old fart. I'm 52 years old. I'm a blast from the past. So I first started off with a game called Warcraft Orcs and Humans. You're probably all familiar with the RTS game of Warcraft. I loved playing the orcs, and if I didn't like you, I would kill you by bringing my horde of peons and destroying your town hall. And that's how my name became IllPeonYou. And then obviously it has a double meaning. So if I didn't like you and I kill you in the real world in a gank box, well, you know, if there was a P emote, well, possibly. But but other than that, yep, that's how I got it. And I've kind of come full circle back to that name. So there you go.
Very nice.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. And I'm going to apologize real quick. We got at least the intro of the name, which is glorious, by the way. Love when names have an actual story instead of just I thought of something funny and I used it at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally I would normally say TV, what do we have on tap for the day?
It's okay. Vertec's been gone for 2 weeks. We're a little out of practice again.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about some community live stream feedback on the fighter, such as thoughts on combat, mana management, and augment system. And then we're going to talk a little bit about experience within Ashes, such as incremental level caps, progression paths, experience debt, and then of course our favorite random topics from the community. And the most important today, though, is Hidden Dagger Inn.
So for those who don't know you, tell us about your name. No.
Well, see, it goes back to
What kind of content do you make? And if you're not making the kind of content you want to make now, what kind of content would you like to make?
Sure. As far as content goes, I stream on Twitch. I came back to streaming, which I mentioned privately to you guys that I did about 8 years ago. So I still actually have some followers. Unfortunately, they don't follow me in this genre. So it's a different genre since it was Dead by Daylight. So Hidden Dagger on Twitch TV. But I also wanted to delve into the YouTube content, which is a brand new channel. It is really brutal to make a new YouTube channel, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. So if you're out there watching, head on over there and give me a sub. Give me some love. Watch my videos. Tell me if they suck or they're good. All right, thanks. Also, I really, with my Twitch TV channel and my YouTube channel, what I'm trying to get off is my passion for AOC, for Ashes, that I want to try to help the community. I love Ashes because I believe it's going to bring community back to MMOs. Okay. And that, along with it's not the AOC, but like a realm pride, a node pride, if you will, back to the MMO genre. And I want to be able to help all the new flood of people that are going to be coming in to learn about Ashes. And that's kind of my goal, is to just try to be a helpful part of the community and help out where I can. And I think it's important that all the content creators are giving the right info about Ashes, because we all know what state it is in, because it's extremely important that we are the mature children in the group that are letting people know what direction they should go and how things are going. So in a nutshell,
yes, be the good big brother.
Yeah.
So, don't go hazing the new people.
I do love YouTube. It's it's a lot of fun. It's my first videos really sucked. I'm not gonna lie. But as
do all of ours.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little while to get used to the editing, and I try to improve myself with every video, as I'm sure everybody does who's making YouTube content. But yeah, the struggle is real. The YouTube algorithm hates me, so I'm pretty confident. But
yeah, we know that feeling.
Yeah. But
so, what would you say would be if you could choose one video about any content and you could go through and test it all, write meow and write up a script or what have you and make a video on it, what do you think you would do it on? Like your very first, if you had a choice of anything, what would be the very first?
Any content. Well, I mentioned to Chibi what I'm thinking about, and actually I already have a video made and it's not out yet, but it will be coming out. And the reason I believe this is important is because it's Steven. Steven is the reason that this all exists. We have a gamer making a game for gamers by a gamer. And with his first of all, he's extremely intelligent and smart. To be able to drop what he was doing from his real estate and investments and then go into learning how to make games, and he's just so knowledgeable about all that stuff, to put his own money where his mouth is, him and John both, is just extremely impressive. And what I think people are forgetting with Steven is his Pathfinder background. He is literally making he's bringing his Pathfinder background into Ashes and making a whole world of, we're basically our own MMO of Dungeons and Dragons, if you will, real time. And
Yeah.
And I really admire what he's doing. He's really stepping out there. Everything in the world changes, right? So as time goes on, things change. So this is just one of those things that I believe is going to be changing. And yes, I believe that Steven needs a little bit more recognition than he's getting. Maybe not for his game playing skills, because they kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie, Steven. Sorry. But
Poor Steven. Everybody comments on his game.
I gotta talk a little trash. I'm old. I'm allowed to do that. It's a rite of passage when you're old. When you guys get that age, you can do that. Steven's still a noob compared to me. So anyway, but yeah, I think Steven deserves a little bit more credit. So if I had to choose a topic, it would be Steven. So right now, about Ashes.
Also, Gildombra is totally trolling in chat right now.
Yeah, just so you guys know, Umbra's an old pal. He's been, oh man, met him back in the very beginning, like alpha beta days of SOTOR. He's been around a minute. He's pulling a little bit of a troll. So yeah, Rocco. If you see any interactions between the two of us, it's full tilt trolling, both ends. Oi oi oi. But
I was going to ask the next question, if that's okay. Unless you had something that you want to answer.
Nope, go for it.
What got you into making content for Ashes of Creation specifically?
You guys and the rest of the content creators out there. Been a fan of AOC for a real long time. And obviously watching your show and watching the rest of the YouTube videos out there, I loved the way that your community was coming together and very selfless, working together, stuff like that, having these videos with other people, other bards. And I wanted to be a part of that. So I credit you guys and the rest of the content creators for being so welcoming to me and bringing me in and letting me be part of the gang. That has inspired me to just keep putting out as much content as I can, the best quality content that I can, and trying to help, let my 2 viewers of my channel going, hey guys, go check out Chibi in Vertec over at the Golden Feather Tavern, whatever it is, doing a raid or just doing my part to try to help out and get the word out. I would love to say that it's going to stay this way. I am concerned with the flood of content creators that we're going to have coming in, that it might not, but that doesn't mean that we can't still be close. So I'm glad that I met you guys now. Let's just say that. And yes, you guys are the reason that I am in content creation. So thank you.
Aww.
So
I'm very happy to hear that.
Words.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have a positive influence on the use of today.
Well, it was Chibi, not you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Welcome in, Grove. Thank you for the resub. The tavern opened and I missed the first cup of mead. You did. It's okay. You're here now though, so you should find an intern to help you out with stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I heard that interns never work out. They're slackers. Yeah, I was that's how I got my start into SOTOR and whatnot, and into podcasting, because I jumped in and I was helping Umbra or Hammer with a website he was running for SOTOR. I was basically the intern.
It's a lot of work doing content creation and stuff behind the scenes. A lot of people don't realize what goes into it. I recently just made a rant on the Ashes forum about how I felt like the Reddit community treats content creators.
Oh yeah.
It's not well.
No.
Yeah.
There's a reason
Not
why you never
happily.
see us over there with promotions or anything like that. I'm like, I just don't want to deal with that.
It's frustrating when you put your heart and soul into a video and it just gets nothing but trashed. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it is what it is. So some people have grown up pants, and I guess I have mine on.
But we've been blessed lately with having an editor kind of step in and help us out. So actually, thanks to you guys, we were able to give her a little bit of a thank you donation for all the time and effort she puts into this. So
She's been super duper helpful.
yeah,
Like, crazy helpful.
it's literally, as busy as we were like way busy trying to do all that, plus what I'm doing. This just freed me up to do other stuff. So very excited. And honestly, we always try to look for people within the community, you know. But oh no, yeah, Wazzy says I always think Reddit is where happiness goes to die, not a place for me. And I honestly, I like grabbing topics from the Reddit, especially when they don't go off on a weird tangent. But you know, I think sometimes they have a really good thing talked about, and sometimes people actually do really well, especially with the conversations. I think that they end up like discussing stuff pretty well, especially when they're in a good mood, because I feel like Reddit has like good moods and bad moods, like that, like that ornery emotional friend of yours who's just you never know if they're in a good mood or a bad mood. And you just know if they're in a good mood when you post stuff. Because I've noticed like people will post conversations or discussion topics, and people will either boo it or they will just go along with it and actually engage. And it's one of those, like, it depends on the day, I guess.
Do we think that's going to change when Alpha 2 comes out? Do you think it's going to be more positive or more negative?
I'm hoping it becomes more positive. I understand that Reddit's stance in general so far for content creators has been that the game's not out yet. So these are just people fishing for views and for like trying to make content on something that's not even out. And it typically goes towards like the guide for the fighter or the guide for this or like the best way to do that. Like, we don't know that
Everything
information.
you need to know about Summoner.
Exactly. Like everything
We
you
don't
know
know
about
anything
X.
about Summoner. We know it's going to summon things. That's all we know. That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so like for a while there, I feel like, especially with Alpha
Big
1,
brain right there.
There was stuff like that flooding the Reddit, and I think that just kind of made them dislike content creators. I don't know.
Yeah.
What it is. I think eventually over time people would be more positive towards it, especially as Alpha 1 is persistent, and the game for betas and things like that, and that game launching in the future, I feel like it'll eventually
I'll try and get an Alpha 2. Until then, I'm hands off of Reddit right now, because I got better things to do. If I want to be insulted, I'll ask my kids.
If I would like to burn in a fire, I'll set it myself. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Right.